So next up, we've got an online question from Tanya who asks, how can transportation safety be prioritized in this environment of increased focus on efficiency and cost effectiveness? And she suggests we see lessons learned from Challenger.
Yeah, we need to protect the federal workforce. And I think this is one of the biggest things that Trump and Musk are just getting 100% wrong. If you start with the premise that you want a more efficient and more effective federal government, I'm completely with you. I think we need to look for every possible way to do that. But if the premise you start with is that the federal workforce is the problem, you're simply wrong. First of all, understand the numbers here. The federal workforce has not grown in 40 years. And I'm talking real numbers here. I'm not talking adjusted for inflation or adjusted for population growth. The federal workforce is flat. So we have not been hiring tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of federal employees that are sitting in a corner somewhere not doing anything. What we have is a really highly skilled group of people who know what they're doing in a variety of different areas, including air traffic safety. What we don't have enough workers in FAA. And then if you want to go after efficiency and effectiveness, what you really need to look at, to my mind, are rules, regulations, requirements, and bureaucratic impediments to federal workers doing their jobs, which are imposed by a process-oriented approach instead of a problem-solving oriented approach. I know a lot of people who work at DoD are deeply frustrated by their inability to make decisions and change things that need to be changed because of the process that they are strangled with by the regulations that the system has passed. That's how you clean it up. Targeting a talented federal workforce that is protecting us doesn't help. And I'll tell you something else, terrorizing that federal workforce, and I know in a lot of instances when they've fired people, they've come back 2 or 3 days later and said, well, gosh, I guess we were wrong. We really do need you. But how does that make you feel as an employee? How much, first of all, are you going to stick around knowing that some, billionaire with no connection to the government whatsoever is going to be able to fire you on a whim if he feels like it? It undermines confidence. It undermines the ability to build a culture of shared responsibility and a shared sense of purpose in what they're doing. So, I think it's really dangerous what's happening right now. It's undermining the quality of our workforce by firing people and by terrorizing them. So, can we get better? We can always get better. But I do not agree with the assessment that says that the federal workforce is some massively inefficient group of people who aren't doing anything to help us. I see every day they're doing things to help us. So I think we need to support them and free them up to do their jobs better instead of randomly firing them.